Does God bless the spiritually blind and proud, or the humble, which are we? Let's look at how God will deal with Jerusalem in Isaiah 29. Though her annual festivals will continue, will Jerusalem be humbled? Is the term Lion of God used sarcastically of Jerusalem's pride? Ariel, Ariel, Lion of God, or Jerusalem, the city where David camped. Continue year after year. Let the festivals recur. I will oppress Ariel, and there'll be mourning and crying, and she'll be to me like an Ariel. I'll camp in a circle around you. I'll besiege you with earth ramps, and I'll set up my siege towers against you. You'll be brought down. You'll speak from the ground, and your words will come from low in the dust. Your voice will be like that of a spirit from the ground. Your speech will whisper from the dust. Will God suddenly move to defend Jerusalem from her enemies? He'll become like fine dust. But the hordes of your enemies will become like fine dust, and the hordes of tyrants like flying chaff. Then suddenly, in an instant, you'll be visited by the Lord of the heavenly armies, with thunder, an earthquake, and great noise, with a windstorm, a tempest, and flames from a devouring fire. Then the hordes of all the nations that fight against Ariel, all that attack her, and her fortification, and besiege her, will become like a dream, with its visions in the night, as when a hungry man dreams. He eats, but wakes up still hungry. Or when a thirsty man dreams, he drinks, but wakes up faint, with his thirst unquenched. So will it be with the hordes of all the nations that fight against Mount Zion. Was Jerusalem acting like a drunkard in a state of spiritual sleep? Stay yourselves and wonder. Cry out and cry. They're drunken, but not with wine. They stagger, but not with strong drink. For the Lord has poured out upon you the spirit of deep sleep, and has closed your eyes. The prophets and your rulers, the seers, has he covered. Will people look at the Bible and claim it's sealed or closed, or that they can't read? Is that a familiar excuse people make today for not reading the Bible? The entire vision will be to you like the words of a sealed book, which when they give it to the one who's literate, saying, "Please read this," he'll say, "I cannot, for it's sealed." Then the book will be given to the one who doesn't know how to read a book, saying, "Please read this," and he'll say, "I don't know how to read a book." Did Jerusalem have another problem, familiar today? Do the traditions of men seem to dominate church culture, overshadowing the commandments taught by Jesus? Then the Lord said, "Because this people approaches me with their words, and honors me with their lips, but their heart's far away from me, and their reverence for me consists of the commandment of men that's taught. Therefore, behold, I'll once again deal marvelously with this people, wondrously marvelous. And the wisdom of their wise men will perish, and the understanding of their men, who've understanding, will be concealed." Do we delude ourselves that God doesn't see our deeds, like ancient Israel did? Do people still say that God did not create us? Woe to those who go to great depths to hide their plans from the Lord, who do their work in darkness and think, "Who sees us? Who'll know?" You turn things upside down, as if the potter were thought to be like the clay. Shall what is formed say to the one who formed it, "You didn't make me"? Can the pot say to the potter, "You know nothing"? Is there a time of restoration where the poor will rejoice and tyrants will be brought to nothing? Isn't it yet a very little while till Lebanon shall be turned into a fruitful field, and the fruitful field will be esteemed as a forest? In that day the deaf shall hear the words of the book, and the eyes of the blind shall see out of obscurity and out of darkness. The humble also shall increase their joy in the Lord, and the poor among men shall rejoice in the Holy One of Israel. For the terrible one is brought to nothing, the scornful one is consumed, and all who watch for iniquity are cut off, who make a man an offender by a word, and lay a snare for him who reproves in the gate, and turn aside the just by empty words. How will Israel feel toward God as a time of restoration comes? That's why the Lord who redeemed Abraham says to the people of Israel, "My people will no longer be ashamed or turn pale with fear, for when they see their many children and all the blessings I've given them, they'll recognize the holiness of the Holy One of Jacob. They'll stand in awe of the God of Israel. Then the wayward will gain understanding, and complainers will accept instruction." Did Mary quote a similar sentiment in her words of praise to God? He's pulled the powerful down from their thrones and lifted up the lowly. Does God bless the spiritually blind and proud, or the humble? Which are we? You decide.